gallbladder disease, and this is a personal thing to me because most of my family members have had gallbladder issues, and I myself, through different testing, have shown that I've had gallbladder issues. And so it's a condition that affects lots of people in the world, knowingly and unknowingly. Now, this is characterized by gallstones that are basically hardened deposits in the gallbladder, and it causes mild inflammation in the gallbladder. Now, this condition can cause pain in the upper abdomen near the rib cage. So literally, I like to show my patients this. It can cause pain right here. If you have bloating, tenderness, or pain, that can characterize a gallstone. So just a small backdrop. When we talked about in other videos about how the body can be congealed, just to let you know, when we talk about foods you should avoid and which ones you should basically ingest, it's because we're trying to make sure that the gallbladder and the bile within the gallbladder is nice and loose. So many people don't know this, but the gallbladder is basically a small sac that sits right underneath your gallbladder, and it holds bile liquid. This is how important it is. Your liver will create bile from old, recycled red blood cells. So your body tears down old red blood cells, transfers over to the liver. Liver can make bile, and if you have problems with bile, you have jaundice. And it will use that, and it also deposits enzymes to help break down fats. But this is the kicker. Your body also puts estrogens within the bile. If you eat, what we're going to talk about, there's certain foods we're going to say in just a few minutes, or you had too many antibiotics, or too much birth control, or too much dirty water, like we all have when we're a kid. I mean, what does it do? It dehydrates your gallbladder. And that can cause those stones to form. The bile is not hydrated. And so you're supposed to take old estrogens, old hormones, old infections in the bile and combine it and push it into the stomach. And the bile does its work. It goes and tears down all of the fats. You eat avocados and almonds, it'll do it. But it's also detoxifying at the same time. And so that bile goes into your small intestine and combines with fiber, and then you actually have a bowel movement, and all the old bile gets flushed out. But what happens when you get stones? It backs up. You start to get weight gain. You start to get hot flashes. You start to get overall symptoms where you can't digest fats. There's an old saying, do you have sinkers or floaters when you have a bowel movement? If you have floaters, your gallbladder is not working right. You have too much fat in your stool. That's how you can know that there's a lot of damp heat in the liver and gallbladder. So that's the problem. You have too much damp heat in the liver and gallbladder. What can cause it? Excess infections within the gallbladder and liver, anger, frustration, overworking, overthinking makes it worse. The biggest thing that I tell people when they have gallbladder issues is, do you get overwhelmed easy? If you do and you have pain in your upper right quadrant, or if you think, man, my digestion's off, I get burning in my stomach, that's a gallbladder signal. Most people have gotten their gallbladders removed. So if you have these signs and symptoms, I want to say something else, because people like this when you're thinking about what if my child has gallbladder symptoms and I don't even know it? Well, the gallbladder is this. I love saying this. If you find that you have certain areas of the face that give you an indication, the area right above the eyes, they'll get puffy. If you have puffiness or swelling, even in your children, they may have gallbladder issues. If you have chronic TMJ issues, that's gallbladder too. If you have chronic neck pain or shoulder pain, hip pain or ankle pain, your ankles always pop, gallbladder. These are all preemptive measures to show you that you have gallbladder issues, not only in you and your children. And I'm telling you, when people come to me and say, I have this, this, and this, I'm not acting like a smarty. It's literally Chinese medicine 101. They'll go, doom, 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 and I go, that's gallbladder. I'm not smart. It's 4,000 years of Chinese medicine that we're taking into now. So you can know this just by hearing that. Okay? So gallbladder stones, what are some of the ancient prescriptions that help clean it out? Digestive bitters. Bitters clear the liver heat and the toxins. It'll help reduce that bile, get it loose, and help your gallbladder. Digestive bitters. It also is really good in a Great Manhattan. Just kidding. That was a joke. But it helps the gallbladder. Ox bile salts. Ox bile salts are to be taken with meals. So the salts help with the gallbladder's health of the walls of the gallbladder. And if you drink enough water, it helps digest the fats. It helps dissolve the gallstones. And you can take 1 or 2 capsules daily with meals. I like lipase enzymes. Anybody that's had their gallbladder removed, Don't fret. Don't be discouraged. Lipase enzymes help clean up fat and help digest fats, and you can take it as directed. I'm telling you, the enzymes help really well. I take it. Milk thistle. Milk thistle is one of those herbs that help promote liver and gallbladder health. It'll actually cleanse. I always use the word astringent. It really is a cleanser of these two organs. And you can take 150 milligrams maybe 2 or 3 times daily for an adult, but please ask your primary care physician when it's talking about children, because you never know if they can handle it or not. I like artichoke and turmeric. Artichoke is so good at not only helping with gallbladder and liver, it actually helps break down estrogens. So people who can't drop weight, it's because your gallbladder is infected. And you take artichoke and you put some turmeric in there, it'll improve your bile flow, and I'm telling you, you will start to see some craziness. Your eye puffiness will go away. Like I have individuals that go, Doc, I have dark circles under my eyes are always puffy, kidney and gallbladder. You clean those up and they're like, I feel like I hit the fountain of youth. I'm like, you just have a dirty gallbladder. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Your kids can have it. You can have young people and adults. Other thing is for the spasms, though, I like taking wild yam root as it's directed every hour. I also like to help with pain. You can apply a warm compress to the area for like 10 to 15 minutes, and you can repeat that throughout the day. Another thing you can do to help with the pain is you can take fresh squeezed lemons, like literally like half a dozen, and you can squeeze it. And you have to be careful if you have any type of citrus allergy, but this is the acidity and the alkalinity balance within lemons has been shown to help with gallstones. So you can actually take fresh squeezed, and don't drink the whole, like even if you squeeze them into a cup, don't drink the whole thing at once. Sip it throughout the day. That can actually help with the gallstones. What's also helpful for pain is to stir 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar into warm water. Sip that. It's so good. I'm telling you, apple cider vinegar has like so many different types of effects on the body. I never want to overlook that. And exercise helps reduce your cholesterol and prevents gallstone. Why? Because you're producing bile flow. Now, you want to reduce your stress. You want to get that anger out of your body. You want to meditate, do yoga, your spiritual triathlon, walks in the morning, prayer, drinking water, and daily downtime. Now, the foods that you need to avoid, though, are like spicy foods. I mean, I love spicy foods. I'm half Korean. I love Mexican food, but you just got to be careful. You got to reduce that. You got to reduce your garlic if it's too hard on the system. Pepper, high-fat foods like rich, creamy foods like queso. Who doesn't love queso? But that's the one thing you need to stop eating if you have gallbladder issues. Knock it out. Hydrogenated oils, fast food, fried foods, dairy, butter. Butter's good, but it's hard for the fats for your body to break it down. Chocolates can be hard. Peanuts, shrimp, pork, red meat, vinegar, citrus foods, coffees, alcohol. Now you think, oh my word, you just took away everything. But do you see how many things can challenge the gallbladder? That's what it means. Though your gallbladders help you to digest these, you have to keep it healthy to be able to do it. What are the foods that can actually heal? Artichokes, asparagus, broccoli, beets, celery. The reason I say is because every food that the kid doesn't want to eat mostly, but it does help. Carrots, radishes, zucchini help. Pumpkin, cilantro. Oh man, I'm half Korean. I don't know what it is, but they say Korean individuals, I'm saying, don't like cilantro, and I think it's true, but I've had to learn how to like it. But I don't know what it is about cilantro. It just doesn't taste right, but it helps. Apples, berries, plums, pears, beans, good organic rice, organic non-pesticide oatmeal, quinoa, lean proteins, bone broth, chicken, wild-caught fish, and even like green tea. Those are really, really good to help with gallbladder health. So guys, take these simple patterns, look at what we just talked about with signs and symptoms, and this will help with your gallbladder health.